Back for round 2. Here we go. Won the die roll. We would love to play first, and we would love to mulligan this hand. This one is acceptable. It'll do stuff. We have spells to cast, and the mana cast them. Certainly better than the last hand we had. Drop an island. Fast turn. I like this hand because lands or spells are both good to draw as long as we're not as long as we're not drawing a bunch of 5 and 6 drops. I was about to say. So we won't be casting that anytime soon. Potentially at all. Oh wow. That's not what we wanted. We didn't want to be just getting beaten down so quickly. That is so aggressive. Oh well. We're going to try to ride the scribe into lands. Okay. I would like to loot here, but I don't think I am going to. I think it's more important to develop the board. Although I guess the way we're winning this game is by dropping like a Sage Eye Avengers and getting to attack with it. Return target creature to their hand power less than power. So currently that is all very real and good. I think we cloud form here. I really do. And that's why we shall. That's fine. I'm considering double blocking here. Yeah, I think realistically that's just what I have to do. I'd like to hold up this reality shift. So yeah, we're just gonna block with both and hope they don't have a trick. This also makes like Gurmag Angler a really good draw. But mostly just lands. Lands are fine. Okay, Hand of Silumgar also acceptable. So I know they have a Savage Ventmaw. It costs 6? 6. So they're getting there. Bathe our guy. Don't attack. Surveyor. Surveyor is interesting. I certainly don't want to bounce the Glade Watcher. The Ventmaw I plan on reality shifting. I think I might just want to get the Surveyor down as a 3/3 and just start pressuring with flying. Here comes the Ventmaw. That's fine. You have Ventmaw. Okay. Monument into Reality Shift. That's a really nice sequence, actually. Cast Monument. Reality Shift your Ventmaw. Attack for 3. This puts us in a position where we can avenge next turn. And depending on what our opponent drops, keep attacking. Well, that was a very nice manifest, sir. Or lady. Yeah, take 4 here. Wow, Thunderbreak Regent. That is a card to open. Do we just try to trade? I don't think so. I think we're better off racing here. And if we draw a non-creature spell, we can... Never mind, we can bounce this Thunderbreak in order to take 3 and let him cast it again. That doesn't seem great. But we could bounce like the Glade Watcher and get in either way. Maybe not another dragon here, please. That's fine. 2-1 is fine. Bathe is less good. Surveyor doesn't really do anything. I think we're going to leave up our mana to try to trade the Monument for the Regent. And we're going to bounce probably the creature that can attack us. Although I suppose if he plays it, he can... So we'd rather take 2 than 3, I think. So we're going to bounce the Glade Watcher, because that will be able to attack us next turn. Yes, yes, I would like to use this sweet ability. Man, we could get... Well, no, I guess we can't. So he attacks with those. We make this a dragon. Try to block. Hope there's no Battle Rage or anything like that. Mostly Battle Rage is the one that we don't want to see. That's pretty bad too. Ooh. Well played. Yeah, that's us dead. Very well played. Okay. Well, again, I don't know that we have a lot of game against what our opponent's doing. They're just too big for us, really. Like, we could side an Ancient Carp. Blocks everything pretty well. And I guess that's not terrible. What is terrible here? I guess nothing's really terrible. Maybe a Reckless Imp. Yes, we'd like to play first. We'd like a keepable hand. We got one. Hey, that feels good. Wow, this is actually a pretty strong hand. 2, 3, and our choice of 4s, depending on what's happening. Most likely Necromaster Dragon. And Hand of Silmgar seems fine against our opponent's deck as well. Probably just swing into... Oh, nothing. Okay, that's awesome. Well, that frees up what we get to do this turn. We get to swing into the nothing. Get in for a nice 2 damage. Play a Monument. I did overlook the part where we have to draw a land to drop one of those on 4. But... Oh, our opponent's missing land drops. And we did draw the land. Okay. So we're gonna... attack you, get in for another 2, play a Necromaster Dragon. And that's just going to get out of hand pretty quick here. Okay. Get you out of the hole a little bit. Attack, attack. always yield. We are going to make a zombie here because we have the reality shift to hold up. And, I mean, just advancing our board state for free is exactly what we want to be doing. You know, regardless of what our opponent plays, we can get in with the... Okay, maybe not regardless. Still missing land drops. I would like to hold the regent until our opponent plays a creature. And actually, that seems perfect. I'll just play Ancient Carp. And if our opponent plays a blocker, we get to win next turn. Not anymore. That's still fine, though. Okay. Whew, that scared me for a second. You play a morph. I say thank you. Oh, maybe we do just win here. We'll activate the monument. And get in for 8. All right. Game 3. This is a quick series so far. Yeah, submit. Nothing wrong with our deck. I guess I could have considered putting in a Skull Keeper. This hand's fine. Like to draw spells. Hopefully we don't flood out too bad. Excellent. Probably just going to cast the Zephyr Scribe next turn. Depending on our draw, I suppose if we draw one of our 5 drops or something big like that, we'll bathe. Okay, Tarka Monument. You're ramping too. Okay, well that changes it a little bit. We'll play the Monument. Attack for 2. And be ready to have an Icefall Regent next turn. Tarka Pummeler, you say? Yeah, I guess that's worth regenting. Also lets us get in for 2 more damage. I like us being the beatdown here. Because that's where Will of the Naga really shines. You want to be attacking your opponent. And even if they get rid of our Icefall Regent, we still have our Monument that's going to be online pretty soon. So things are looking okay. Bathe, alright. I don't mind the pay 5 bathe. We are flooding out a little bit here, which is somewhat worrisome. But the Zephyr Scribe is going to help with that somewhat. If it gets to stick around. Be able to pitch one of these swamps to find a real card, hopefully. Ventmaw? Okay. Ventmaw here. We can do some things. I think I want to bounce Ventmaw, attack for 4, not loot this turn. I feel like we should be looting. Get a Faithful. Pitch a Swamp. We'll drop a Swamp. Pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a Surveyor to bounce your Ventmaw. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of try to nickel and dime our opponent here for a little. Oh, that was pretty bad. Bad way to nickel and dime your opponent is to not attack when you have free attacks. It's a pretty basic one. Another Ventmaw. And a Glade Watcher. Okay. Well, we don't get to attack with our Skirmisher anymore. Oh, that was so bad. Alright, let's tighten up the screws a little bit. Here we can... 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we Sidisi's Faithful to Ventmaw. Attack for 2. And we're going to sack the Skirmisher, because it doesn't really look that good against Glade Watcher anyways. Just keep bouncing this Ventmaw. Wish we could loot here. This would have been a very good time. Oh, wait. Oh, awesome. Never mind. This is better. This was intentional. I meant to do this. Ventmaw? Ventmaw. Okay. And last card for a morph. The only morph we've seen from him so far is the green dragon, the herd chaser, so we're not terribly worried about that. I don't think we can afford to take this 4 here, just because if things don't quite go right, it's looking pretty... Being at 8 is not very good against what he's got here, and he's got the Formidable on lock, so... End step. Reality Shift. That's great. Do we get greedy here? Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keeps us alive. It costs 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To do that, for Reality Shift the Ventmaw, then we can get in for 6 right now. Or I suppose we can wait until combat, tap these 2 with the Will of the Naga, and loot, which seems probably better, and that gives us the attacks. Yeah, that does seem better. Okay. Does let him attack with the Atarka Monument, but I think I can accept that. Six. To activate your Atarka Monument. Okay. Begin combat. I think we're gonna loot. Okay, that's fine. Discard Cloud Form. Beginning of combat. We're gonna 1, 2. I guess we'll just tap this much in case we get our angler. We will tap your Ventmaw. And we will tap your Pummeler. Maybe we tap Monument and Pummeler. And then, again, Reality Shift Ventmaw. Right. Could have looted again. Although I guess it's not that good there. Tap those guys. Reality Shift. Trying to think if we have any draws that could just put our opponent to dead next turn. I feel like that's pretty impossible, as they would have to cost literal 1 mana. Because we need to use the Monument. Okay, so we got an island. We're going to loot. And we're also going to attack with Monument. Do we attack with Surveyor as well? What could happen here? They could flip over their Morph or their Manifest and we just die. But, so right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the Morph costs 3 to flip, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd have to flip into something pretty big. So leaving up a blocker is better. But then if we block, we don't have them dead on the next turn. But I guess it doesn't matter. Because if we're dead, doesn't matter what turn we would have them dead at. Okay. I think I will accept that. If you have Battle Rage and that's an Atarko free, then you get me. If not, I think I maybe get you. Playing against Morphs is hard, guys. Oh, maybe it's not. What? Oh, you did have it, but you didn't have the trick. Okay, awesome. Well, That's really surprising to me and really interesting. It's not even necessarily true that we would have swung both on next turn. We could have misclicked just like they did with their Glade Watcher. I think it's really not a great strategy to just concede too early. When my opponent's swinging lethal and I can't do anything about it, I'll concede during the combat step. That's fine, but I mean, man, he could have thrown away a potential win here. But anyways, that's fine with us, and we'll catch you in round 3.